Something smells good. That funny little dog.
Nothing to it.
It's like you've shrunk a greyhound.
There's a restaurant round the corner, if it's still here, that only sells desserts.
Oh, fabulous. Stays like this. I wish I had a Segway.
You won't be walking far today, but you'll probably still feel it because it's quite up and down. And there's always a remote chance of bumping into my ex-wife.
Does she live locally?
She lives in Hartford, but they come into St Albans a bit, I think. I have my kids set up with Derby as well, so not that that'd be as funny as bumping into my ex-wife for me.
Did we know someone called Mike the Hippie?
Mike the Hippie? Well, yeah, probably Mike Cogger. I don't know if because he turned into a bit of a hippie. Ginger Mike that we went to, yeah. So yeah, I saw him a few times walking around Lexington over the years, but I just blank him. Which is a shame because, you know, other than sort of Clivey at the time, me and Mike hung around the most, you know.
Yeah.
We sort of did all sorts of things. So quite disappointing. There you go. Can't trust people.
No.
Yeah. Does she
That's quite a nice building, isn't it? If you're quick, you can capture that dog having a shit in the front of it.
Yeah, yeah, kinda. It's lovely. You make it look so glamorous. Hello, dog. Hello. How are you? Come on. I think I need to get a dog.
original printing press by William Caxton, the man that invented the printing press, and it was only the 4th one ever in Britain.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not the entrance. There's another entry.
Are we going in?
Yeah, oh, yeah. It does say please enter the Yeah, you are here. Please enter down the side, on the side entrance.
Sorry?
Enter via the side entrance. Yeah, I'm beginning to think I don't talk out loud. It might all be in my head.
Oh no, it's just I got confused because those two ladies went in.
Oh yeah. Oh, yesterday, I'm taking Mum and George out to have their COVID jab. So I said to Mum, if you go out the front door, give me a second, and I'll come round and open the car, and then you've only got to go from the front door into the car because I parked the car on the front drive. And she went, all right, I said, don't go out there yet, I haven't opened the car yet. She goes, oh, okay, open the door and walked out. And George said, are we going out now? I said, no, I haven't opened the car yet and it's raining. All right then, he said, and walked out. And then they come in, and George comes and knocks on the door. He said, you haven't opened the car. I said, I know, I just told you that 3 times. I'm beginning to wonder whether I talk to myself. There's an ice cream truck.
You what?
There's an ice cream truck.
Oh yeah.
It's not quite hot enough for ice cream today.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Like a bloody chupacabra.
Funny little dogs.
Yeah. Gruesomely modern.
Yeah. I still want to do that rooftop tour of Peterborough Cathedral.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was our dog when it was a puppy.
We're not happy no more.
Oh, you didn't have to.
My favourite, free entry.
Good morning. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the cathedral.
Thank you.
Are the peregrines around and about today?
Well, they're up in the tower, yeah. So we've seen them. In fact, the female actually took off earlier today, so we could actually see the eggs on the cam. So yeah. Have you been watching them on the webcam?
I have, yes.
Okay.
What
So-
have you been watching on webcam?
Peregrine falcons.
Peregrine falcons
Oh,
up,
right.
up in the tower.
Oh,
So the rumour is the eggs have been there about the so we might be getting chicks in the next few days. So everybody's getting quite excited.
Yeah,
You don't do kind of rooftop tours, do you?
Yes, we do, and they start from June. Obviously, we don't have them at the moment because the peregrines are having babies. But from June, yeah, the tower tours start again. If you want to do the tower tours, though, you have to book those online.
Oh no, that's cool, because we were just talking because we want to do Peterborough Cathedral as well.
Right, okay, well, yeah, so go online and then you can book yourself onto a tour. They run pretty much all year except for this window when the peregrines are in the tower having babies.
All right, okay. Cool, thank you, fella.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Peregrine looks like that, but with real feathers and a bit bigger.
Oh. You mean they're not stuffed?
They're not stuffed. They might be.
Food smells nice. Hello, little dog. Hello. Hello. I've got no sausages, sorry. No, well, no, that's impressive.
That's a nice little window, isn't it? Oh, original medieval yellow plastic bin. Here we go. This is what we come to see. Look at that for the game. Do you want to do a tour?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Come on now. We will join
My
in.
colleague there. You know who was left this gentleman? No? No?
Hello.
Are you just visiting? You've been here before?
No.
You've not been here before, and you've not been here before? Right. So, my name is Janet, right? And I'm going to be your guide for this tour today, so it gives me great pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Dean and Chapter to the Cathedral and Abbey Church of St Albans. It's a very long title, Cathedral and Abbey Church, but that does explain some of its history. We are here, we're going to go through the whole of the church today. There will be a service going on in the Lady Chapel, so we'll have to try and fit around that, okay? There are ramps everywhere, so I think they will be all right going up the ramps. You should be all right going up ramps too. Practically everywhere is accessible. If you have any questions, please ask. I don't know all the answers, but I do my best, right? Okay? And you should be able to hear me okay, but if you can't, please say, right, just indicate, and I will repeat, and I'll try and make sure I speak more clearly. Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Right. Any questions before we go? No. Right, okay, so we're going to start by going up here, right? And we're going to look in the Lady Chapel, have a look at the two shrines, and then we'll be on our way. Okay? So if you'd like to follow me, right?
Pues tengo que hacer las mesas en tengo que salir al
very slowly. Very slowly. Lovely flowers on. Right, okay. I think if you all sit on that side, it's easier to hear. Right. If you can't hear me at the back, just say, can you hear me? Yeah? Good. Right, okay. So, as I said, my name is Janet. I'm one of about 60 volunteer guides here. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to this amazing building. First of all, we need to ask ourselves, who was Albans, right? Albans was a Roman. So we are going back to the year around 300, right? Okay? And he lived in the town of Verulamium, which is down in the valley, right? It was one of the biggest towns, Roman towns in Roman Britain. And he was a good Roman citizen. He sacrificed to the Roman God. He was informed. And then this priest, Christian priest, whom we call Ambivalus, came into the town. He was being persecuted. If he had been caught, he would have been executed because he was a Christian. But Alban, we assume he was a good, honest, caring person, took Ambivalus into his house. And that gave him some comfort and it kept him safe. And whilst they were together, Alban's distance was necessary. And he was impressed. And he became a Christian. He was baptized. And he realized that this man, the longer he was and so he said to him, Lord, take my cloak, wrap yourself in, get out of the town, get away. And that's what happened. But what happened next to Alban? Because Alban was arrested. You know, it was a big town by Roman standards, by our standards, it was tiny. And you know what it's like in a tiny community. People talk, somebody will say, oh, I think I saw somebody, a stranger. Sure. Anyhow, Alban was arrested. And he was taken, he was questioned, and he said, yes, the man was with me. And yes, I talked to him, and yes, I became a Christian. And that is his undoing. Because by saying he was a Christian, he was saying, I'm a traitor. Now why would he be a traitor by becoming a Christian? Well, that was simply because It was closed in 1539. Everything changed then. Henry VIII sort of sold it. He made himself head of the Church of England, and he now owns the churches of the monasteries, and he shut the monasteries down. And this church, this monastery, which was and no purpose, no monks, no monasteries, no abbeys. What are you going to do with this place? Well, in the end, he sold it by the king. And he sold it to the town of St. Albans. The town of St. Albans said, great, we've got this lovely church, we'll use it as our parish church. Now, because at that time, about 2,000 people, they easily fit inside the church. So, what's going to happen? Well, I'll tell you as we go right. But to this bit, they sold this bit separately. And this became the school. Can you imagine 300 years of boys out the war? Can you just imagine? This stone here is very soft. Right? Now, we know graffiti has been painted, but originally graffiti was scratched. So you can imagine that with their arrowheads, because they learned how to shoot arrowheads, there's sort of scratches. By the time you get to the middle of the 1800s, oh, dear me. And that's when the church became a cathedral, and they were going to kick school out, which they did, and make this part of the church again. And they looked at the walls and thought, oh, what are we going to do? So all this was pre-modern. It was put in again. And beautiful carving, and if you have time to come back and look, the carving was all foliage, fruits, flowers, designed copies from actual plants that were brought in for the masons. Beautiful. And you see the walls after 300 years, the wooden wall past use really, and so it could be stone. It's used for services. Today there will be just now there will be a communion service here, but it's used for funerals, for weddings, but also for Catholic services, Lutheran services, Orthodox services, Free Church services, because this cathedral, above all, doesn't say only Anglican conversion. Regularly we have weekly Roman Catholic. We have monthly Lutheran services. We are a very ecumenical community. So that gives you some of the history of the things we're going to see. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so now, before the service here starts, we're going to have a look at 2 shrines we have. Now, we don't go into the shrine of Albans.